On to you Scorpios out there. So you Scorpios actually have the King of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and you have the Eight of Wands. I was playing with my dog and kissing my dog, and some fur got in my mouth. But anyway, so for you Scorpios, right? A lot of you are very much so in control of your own emotions, which is great. That's a great thing. But this also, what is my dog doing? Anyway, this also shows that a lot of you Scorpios very much so are living y'all lives, and y'all are doing what it is that y'all need to do. There's very much so a sense of you being quite focused on not allowing other people to spoil your vibe, you enjoying your life, not stressing, not doing any of that. You know what it is that you need to do. You know how you live in your life. A lot of you Scorpios understand that, you know, if you just kept stressing and stressing and stressing, you would be in a very messed up situation. So as a result of this, a lot of you Scorpios understood that stressing out is not a very good, beneficial way to live your life. And so because of this, a lot of you Scorpios stop being so stressed out so much, you know, especially when it comes to love. Like, love be one of the biggest things in people's lives that really tug at their heartstrings. People playing mind games with other people's heads. And, you know, I definitely understand, you know, how you Scorpios feel, right? The Eight of Wands though represents, but the good news is, or the great news is, that you Scorpios have a brand new mindset that you can very much so take it or leave it. And what I mean by that is, you Scorpios are not chained or super attached to any one person. You know, that's honestly, that's the benefit. Real talk, that's really the benefit to living a life where you're free. You know, it's to not hold on to anything or anyone too tightly. Y'all know my philosophy. And honestly, I've learned that over the years of trying to keep significant others, but can't. Trying to be as best as I can. Maybe I told them that I love them one too many times. Right? Hands up, shrugs. Right? And really like these individuals, but for some reason, that Venus, you know, that Venus being in you know, Venus falls in Virgo. So so I developed that mentality not as a trauma response, but because I just realized it for what it is. I'm trying to fight to hold on to keep this person in my life so much. And I'm getting a more angrier and angrier response. Angrier and angrier and angrier response from this person. So at the end of the day, all that ended up doing for me is that just put me in a real situation where I just really just realized things for what it was. And it seems to me as if a lot of you Scorpios are really understanding this, a lot of y'all selves too, where it's not very good to really hold on to a lot of people, especially when it is that you Scorpios see that all it is that they want to do is stress you out. And I'm really proud of you Scorpios, because a lot of you are naturally coming to the same conclusion that I came to. And it's not about misery loves company, where I'm like a crab that's grabbing you and trying to hold you down. You Scorpios are coming to the conclusion yourselves, like, a lot of people are really not as on point as the way that they make it seem like they are, and that there really is no point in holding on to relationships sometimes. Like, you could try to be in a relationship as much as you want, and it still don't work. You could be as great, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand that Henry Cavill can't keep a relationship, and Henry Cavill is the guy who played Superman in the Man of Steel. So if he can't keep somebody, what in the world makes you think I can? So the Judgment and the Seven of Pentacles, right? It speaks to how, so a lot of you Scorpios you understand that stressing out about things that are truly out of your control, like free will, it's not within your benefit. It doesn't work for you. What does work for you, though, is understanding. I'm getting all these notifications. Is understanding where it is that wow, I'm getting all these notifications. It's an understanding where it is that you Scorpios powers is in, and where it is in you Scorpios actually being able to live your life the way that you want to. So there's a concentrating on what you can control, which is your own life, leaving the lost relationship behind. And that's what's the beauty of it. The capacity that you Scorpios have to love other people, and the capacity that other people have to love you, is not lost. It's just lost to those relationships. I'm getting all kind of notifications. I'm getting all kind of notifications on my phone. Like, no lie, I sat down here and I got like, no, I don't even want to lie, I probably got like 10 or like 15 notifications, you know? And I'm not mad at it. I'm just surprised that, people care enough to hit me up that way. But the Six of Wands and the Temperance right here is about how, well, since that's the case, a lot of you Scorpios, and honestly, it feels like a victory to you, because it's not something where you have to feel sad or bad about, being single. This is actually something that's celebratory for you Scorpios, because this is amazing. This is one of those good things where it's like you have way more self-respect than to allow someone to just stand there and stress y'all out, which is amazing. And then you have the Two of Swords and the Ten of Cups. The Two of Swords and the Ten of Cups right here represents you just know, you Scorpios just know that when you get yourself into a good one, or when you do have somebody, I should say, you do your endeavor best to really put on and show somebody why they would want to rock with you, and why they would want to stay with you, and why staying with you is such a good idea. And you Scorpios, if a person truly is worth your time, they not playing. See, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, people who have value like that, who have their value systems set in the correct order, they don't be playing. They don't play the game. Like, when I date, I'm not playing the game. It's either, what are you looking for? Are you looking for something long-term? Because I'm looking for something long-term. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that I can't be friends with benefits, but that has to be above the table, not telling me what it is, or us not coming to a conclusion together about what it is, right? And you trying to make it seem like, because I've had that too. I've had people who will tell me blatantly, right, that, oh, they want a relationship, but then they treating this like a friends with benefits. And it's like, listen, if you wanted friends with benefits, I don't know who you thought that I am. I don't know who you thought that I was. But if you wanted, and this is me telling them this, I'm like, if you wanted friends with benefits, that's all you had to do is just say that. Like, I'm a Virgo, I'm adaptable. I can do this thing either way. I don't really care. But it's something that I'm looking for more long term, obviously, is something where me and the person are not playing a game. we're actually in a relationship, I'm going to build with them, because they need to be able to build. They need to be able to get out of their own way, because I'm not going to be building with somebody who's lazy, because I'm coming in with with a lot of valuables, you know, not just financially, but also spiritually as well. Like, I actually care about where the people who I'm with sleeps. You know, I care about them. I do. I really do, for real. And if they're not really willing to do that, then they just got to get away from me, or just keep it honest about what they want. Lying to me bold-faced and telling me that you want to be in a relationship, and then I'm courting you, right? Because I'm taking you seriously, right? And then you dubbing me, that's goofy. That's goofy as hell. That's all of them game playing or whatnot. I'm like, you know, I'm getting to know you, and you know, getting to know you, but then according to you, you wanted to date and all of that. That's goofy as hell, because that's the kind of relationship, like, that's the kind of person that you really need to stay away from. And I'm so glad that you Scorpios actually came to the conclusion on by yourself that you have more value than what a hyena places onto you lions. You're not allowing other people to define your value for you, because you Scorpios know that you're doing it the right way. Because I'm going to tell you, Scorpios like this too. That be some of the most frustrating stuff in the world. Frustrating. It used to be frustrating to me too, when I would legitimately try to be in a real relationship with somebody, and then the person, wild, because they make it seem like, or they just flat out say that they want something real, or they make it seem like they want something real, right? One of those two. And then they completely now start dubbing me, now start getting on, acting like they're crazy. And then now to come out here after I survived that situation, right? I'm not emotionally broken. I haven't been broken. My mind ain't splintered or fractured or any of that. I've managed to heal myself enough now to come out here and to have people tell me, oh, it's on you. These people don't even know my story. They ain't even heard goofy mugs. They ain't even heard my story. They ain't even hit. They don't even know me like that. But they automatically jump to the conclusions that it's my fault. Well, how you know that, goofy? So I'm really glad at the fact that this is what I went through. So I'm really glad at the fact that you Scorpios were able to come out on the other side of this unscathed, and actually be able to really see what it is that I'm talking about. That, you know, when you're out here dating, you could bring so much value to the table as Scorpios, to the point where people will have to straight up and down lie to you. They have to legitimately tell you bold-faced, like, I want a relationship, or convince you, because you thinking that y'all two in a relationship, and then the person completely goes and does something left, and it takes you by surprise, because now it's like, where exactly did this come from? Because it seemed like 1 minute, literally, the two of y'all going good, y'all reaching milestones, and the next thing you know, the person switches. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Ten of Cups. The Empress. The Justice, Libra. Eight of Cups. Ooh. Four of Cups. Six of Swords. The Empress and the Justice and the Eight of Cups right here speaks to how you Scorpios trust. What is... Yo, I'm gonna have to end this quickly, fam. What is my dog doing? So what I'm trying to say here for you Scorpios is that trust that anybody who's treated you terribly, you see how you Scorpios' life is up. trust me, their life is down right now. Unless the only condition that they're not dealing with it, that problem, that backlash, is if they actually learn from their mistake and they stop playing the game. Is if they stop playing the game. But if they still on the game, and if they still in the game, I guarantee you, Scorpios, they going through it. Because the game don't love anybody. The way to play the game, the only way to win the game is to not play it. So they're dealing with it. And then the Eight of Cups here represents you, Scorpios. Y'all ain't got to worry about any of that. You, Scorpios, are good being single as of right now and getting to know as many people as you want to, internally and externally, because you're not lonely. You Scorpios don't feel like there's something wrong with you, where you Scorpios always have to be the one to pick up where everybody else left off. No, it's the other way around. And I'm seeing that you Scorpios, or observing that you Scorpios, are really starting to understand this. The Four of Cups and the Six of Swords is about a lot of people market themselves as being difficult to date. And then they wonder why it is that they don't have anybody. And you Scorpios are right. Best thing for you Scorpios to do is to stay single and keep mingling. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, there's a link in the comment section below called the Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website where there's all the ways to get a personal reading from me, birth chart readings, as well as the books that I have them on Amazon. Or you can contact me at Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com.